everyone, and welcome. So let's talk about Spanish. You know, it's this huge global language, but if you were to go to Madrid and ask for a computer, you might just get a funny look. Today, we're going to dive into exactly why Spanish is one incredible language with a whole lot of different voices. Okay, first, let's just throw a number out there. A big one. 500 million. Yeah, that's 500 million people who speak Spanish. That makes it the third most spoken language on the entire planet. Its reach is just massive. So when you have that many people all over the world, it really begs the question, right? Is the Spanish you hear in Madrid the exact same as what you'd hear in Mexico City or, say, Buenos Aires? Well, as you can probably guess, the answer is not so simple. You know, a really easy way to wrap your head around this is to just think about English. I mean, someone from London, someone from New York, and someone from Sydney. They all speak English, right? But they all have their own unique flavors. Spanish is exactly the same deal. And today, we're going to check out 3 of the biggest differences you'll find. All right, first up, vocabulary. This is probably the first thing you'd notice, and maybe even the first thing that might trip you up a little. We're talking about totally different words for the exact same thing. Okay, here's a perfect example. Your computer. In most of Latin America, you'd call it la computadora. Makes sense? But head over to Spain and you'll almost only hear el ordenador. Same device, totally different words. Wild, right? But you know, it's not just about the word you pick. It's also about how you say them. And that brings us to our second big point, the actual sound of Spanish, the accents and the pronunciation. Let's take the word for shoe, zapato. Listen closely. In Latin America, you'll hear zapato. See, it's an S sound. But if you go to most of Spain, it becomes zapato. Hear that? Za. So what's going on there? Is there a rule? Well, there is. And it's one of the biggest pronunciation divides in the entire Spanish-speaking world. In Latin America, the letters Z and C, when they come before an E or an I, they just sound like an F. But in a lot of Spain, those same letters get a th sound. It's one of the queerest clues you can get about where someone is from. Pretty cool. And for our third and final point, let's talk about grammar. It might seem like a small thing, but it's actually a really big deal. It's all about how you talk to a group of people. You know, how you say you guys or y'all. Okay, so in Spain, it's pretty specific. If you're talking to your friends, you'd use vosotros. It's informal. But if you were talking to, say, your bosses, you'd switch to the more formal ustedes. But in Latin America, things get a whole lot simpler. They just use ustedes for everybody. Friends, family, bosses, you name it. The word vosotros just isn't really a thing there. So let's recap. We've got different words, different sounds, and even different grammar. You might be thinking, wow, that must get super confusing. But the reality is, it really doesn't. Because even with all these little quirks and regional flavors, the core of the language is rock solid. The simple truth is that Spanish speakers, no matter where they're from, can understand each other incredibly well. See, these differences, they aren't mistakes or fractures in the language. They're what makes it so alive. They're proof that this is a vibrant, breathing language that's grown and changed along with the hundreds of millions of people who speak it every single day. And that really leaves you wondering, doesn't it? If just one language can be this diverse and still connect 500 million people, what other incredible linguistic treasures are out there, just waiting for us to find them in a big global conversation?